Hey YouTube people, okay, welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed, if this is your first time with my channel, don't forget to subscribe after watching this video and hit that notifications button to let you know that there are more videos on the way and you don't miss a single one of them. Okay, while I try to adjust this here. Alright, what this video is about, I did one like this already, but I pulled it because it was so long, and I didn't think anybody would sit around and watch a 24-minute video if I did it. So I'm trying to condense what I've done and make it shorter. So I have a large collection here of ethnic 60s clothing. Some of it, I'm just going to say maybe in the 60s they wore it, because that has to do with the Indian clothes that I have. And this African dress that I have, I bought it at a thrift shop. So I can start by showing you, let me see if I can adjust this here. I can start by showing you the dress that I have on already. And I won't show you the other two because you might have seen them, but I have another one and another one in gold color and in a blue color. So I'm just going to show you this one. Okay, this was a popular dress back in the 60s, but it's also very popular in Kenya and in Tanzania. And it's just an angel sleeve dress. It zips up in the back here, and it's just very simply made with Kenyan fabric. And the reason why I know that it came from Kenya is because the backstory is that my mother and I went to Kenya and we stayed there for 2 weeks. We went in 2010 and then we went back in 2011. We stayed in Nairobi for 2 weeks, and I found out that this dress was from there because one of the gift shops had it hanging, and that's how I found out that this dress came from there. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to tell you that because I would have never known, and for some reason it's got like a tear in it. Alright, so now that you guys have seen that, I will commence to show you a few other things that I have here, and I'm going to try to make these videos short, and if I'm interrupted, it's because I'm expecting my boyfriend to come over, and I won't be doing this while he's here because we have other things to do. So I may have to cut this short. Okay, this is a blouse. It's made with Indian fabric for the sleeves. I didn't make it. I bought it at a store that we don't have here in LA anymore called Aardvarks, and it's just a wraparound shirt. A really good reference for that is a nice man that I met 2 years ago from Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant. Robert Plant used to wear stuff like this, and if it were not for the fact that I seen him wear that in a video, I would have never thought to have bought it. So when I went into the store, they just happened to have a whole lot of these shirts. So this was one of 5 that I actually bought, and it's made from Indian fabric with a velvet outer part. And the backstory with that is that I met Robert 2 years ago, and he's a really nice guy. I was very surprised. I had wanted all my life to have met him, and then boom, when I wasn't trying or thinking about meeting him, then I actually did. Very nice person. That's about as much as I'm going to say about that. Okay, these are some wraparound pants, Indian pants, and this is the bottom of them, this Indian sari fabric. Okay, I paid $10 for these. Anything Indian that I showed you, $10 was the price. You can still go to a lot of thrift shops, and you might actually see an ethnic section in the store where they have various types of ethnic clothing, Indian, African, Hawaiian, Thai, or Chinese. And it's going to be along the lines of what people wore then. People may have worn these, but they're bell bottoms. Bell bottoms come from India. Okay, well, gotta go, guys. I will continue this video later. Okay, so my boyfriend is here, so if you guys hear a lot of walking, just ignore it. Okay. Alright, so as I was saying, these are bell-bottom pants or palazzo pants. Okay, so if you know how palazzo pants are made, they are consisting of 2 panels of fabric. You step inside of it, you tie the first panel around your waist, and then you take the other part and you tie that around the front of your waist. Okay, it'd be hard to explain without actually having them on, which I'm not going to put them on, but this is what it looks like, okay? Like that, all right? And this is the back part. So this part will go from the back to the straps in the front, and this part would go in the front, and it would go around the back like that, around my waist in the back, and the other part would go around my waist and tie in the front. So what you have are two pairs of pants. We'll just say they're wraparound bell bottoms, and I bought 2 of these, and that's what they look like. And I know that people wore wraparound bell bottoms in the 60s and the 70s. And what I really would like is to find some bell bottoms that lace up in the front and lace up in the back. I had those. I took them for granted when I was a kid, and now I really wish I could find them. Has nothing to do with that stuff, but okay. All right, so I'll just show you guys. I had the same ones with this type of fabric at the bottom. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, here's another. This is an Indian brocade skirt that it wraps around. It's a wraparound skirt, and this is what it looks like when you've got it fully on. Okay, and this is some silk brocade paneling in the front, and I think that will matter. That information might matter more to somebody that is a fashion design student that might be watching this, and maybe they may want to take pointers from it. They might be studying certain kinds of fabric and textiles and stuff like that. I would know about that because I went to Fashion Institute in downtown LA, and I was studying to be a fashion designer when I realized in the middle of it all, I really should have just went there for fashion illustration because I'm better at drawing than I am at sewing. Okay, this is another skirt. It's just a simple little skirt. You just put it on and you tie it. It has a drawstring, and this is what it looks like. So I can do a try-on video at some point. It's just I can't do it today, and I have to make sure that the app that I'm using will, show it correctly. Okay, and here's another wraparound skirt that I had bought. All these items were $10 a piece, so I just happened to have had some money at the time when I went there, and I bought a lot of this guy's closeout Indian clothing. Okay, this is a halter top that I didn't buy from that seller down there, but I bought it someplace else. Okay, if you guys can see that, and it ties in the back. So also for anybody that wants to know, halters and bell bottoms are an Indian clothing, aside from saris, aside from Punjabis, and if you are Muslim, then it would be a salwar kameez, where you've seen the top with the scarf and the pants or the leggings that go underneath. I don't own any of that, but I know about it because my grandmother was Indian, so she didn't wear those clothes, but it's part of my inspiration when it comes to that stuff. Okay, and here is another Indian skirt that I only wear it in the summertime because it's cold today and it's too thin to wear it without freezing to death. So this is another skirt. It's just really simple. You just put it on, and it has a little drawstring, and yeah, made in rayon, 100% rayon, if that matters to anyone. Okay, and this is a little pink dress that my neighbor's cats almost tried to tear up, but I was smarter than them. I was doing some cat sitting, and I had this dress on, and one little kitty named Pearl almost tried to tear it up, but I got away from her. Okay, so here we go, and it's a halter dress. Okay, so again, this video is just to inspire people to, if you're thinking, I want to look for something ethnic, but I'm not sure what it's going to look like at the thrift store, I'm just trying to help out with that, that's all. Okay, and here's another nice skirt. It's also a wraparound skirt that is good for the summertime. It's really lightweight. It's a polyester fabric, and that was the back. This is the front. and you put that on with another halter top and some sandals, and you're ready to go. You know, although most people don't like to wear polyester in the summer, but sometimes you don't have any choice, no matter how hot it is out there, because cotton shrinks, you know, once you wash it, and you're done. Sometimes. Okay, and this is a silk brocade skirt. I have another one of these that goes down to my ankles, and I call it the princess skirt, but this is what it looks like, and it's just a wraparound, and I got this from the guy in Venice. Okay. He wasn't thinking about the quality or he wasn't thinking about what his stuff was made of, whether it be silk or polyester, and everything that he gave me was silk, and he only charged $10 for a thing. He had big boxes, you know, so I guess that's what you do when you're going out of business. All right, I showed you guys that, and here's a really nice long Indian silk maxi skirt. Okay. Right. And it's a wraparound, so I will do a try-on video, I promise I will. I just didn't do it today. Okay, and all right, and here's another one of, I think maybe 10 or 15 halter tops that I bought, but this is another one of them. And they always make sure they're so pretty. Okay, and I have quite a few more in this, not this color, but other colors. And here's another, if you guys want to go out on a summer night in the summer and you want to find something really pretty, this is really simple, and you may find it at a thrift shop. You might. I didn't, but it doesn't mean that they don't carry stuff like this in some places. And this is what it looks like in the back. And if you live near an ethnic area in your neighborhood, and you know there's an area where Indian people have stores, sometimes you can go in there and they may have stuff like this that you can get. And like I said, I paid 10 for this, but I think normally retail it would probably be about around 20, between 18 and 20. Because it's not silk, it's polyester, so I don't think anybody's going to try to do that. Okay, and this is a brown brocade silk skirt that I bought, and it's also very long. Okay, and it's just it's a wraparound, so you get the idea how I would wear that. And hopefully you guys can hear me because I don't have a microphone, so I rely on the mic that is in my my phone here. Okay, and also here is some purses. This is one purse that I bought, and I bought another one in green. The only problem is that if you have long hair, it gets caught in the sequins. I did not know that. At the time I was wearing braids, so there was nothing to worry about. So I don't carry this around too much unless I'm wearing an afro. Okay, now, oh, and this is another Indian bag that I know people in the 60s actually carried around. I'm pretty sure they did. Okay, because you know, when a lot of the bands went to India, and one of those bands being the Beatles, they were very influenced by what they saw as far as fashion, and when they came back, they brought the Indian culture and the feel for it everywhere they went. And then, you know, people started wearing ethnic and Indian clothing that hadn't thought of it before. Okay, so upon finding that out, that's what inspired me to do what I did. Okay, and while I was at it, I also at another time went to Chinatown, and I said, well, if I'm going to go ethnic, I'm just going to go ethnic. So I bought what's called a Xiong Sam, and the Xiong Sam, I will show it to you. It's a long Chinese dress. It's usually well made. You can find Xiong Sams anywhere. If you don't want to go to a thrift shop, you don't have to. You can go to your local Chinatown area, or you can order them. As long as you spell that word right, then you can find that dress. But this is one that I bought in Chinatown, and they charged me $50 for it. I bought this many years ago, and it's very long. It's polyester, It's I don't know the name of this type of fabric or the print. For a fashion design person, I don't know what to tell you in terms of what the name of the fabric is, but it's typical. You will usually find it a lot, this print. And yeah, and that's the mandarin collar there, and it's long and it has a split on both sides. God, I'm not showing this right, but yeah. Okay, so I bought this in a Chinese jacket, long jacket, which is really a robe, but I didn't know that at the time. I bought this, and I also bought the dress again in red, so you get an idea. It looks really wide, but it's not when you put it on. Okay. So, and I also bought some Chinese shoes that I put those away, so if I do another shoe haul or another shoe lookbook, I will show you those. They're made out of the same fabric as the dress is made, and kind of have a high heel on them. I don't even know why I bought them. Okay, I'm almost done with this video, and it's not too long. Okay, this skirt I bought at a thrift shop, and it is not a wraparound skirt. You zip it up on the sides. Let's see. Yeah, no, it zips up in the back. It's very long, and it's made from Indian sari silk. I used to wear saris years ago, but they are very complicated when you have to use the bathroom, so I don't wear them, and I also don't want to get harassed being seen in one these days. Okay, so here we go, and it's very long, but I used to wear it, and I could have worn it today, but I just chose not to today. But this is what it looks like, and I forgot what I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot. Okay, so if you are researching the ethnic clothing of the 60s, you will probably come across quite a few of the things that I showed you, especially this here. And if you don't come across this, I guarantee you, I can promise you, that a lot of thrift shops have ethnic clothing, and it's usually in the back, and sometimes people gravitate towards it and sometimes they don't. If they're going to festivals like they do out here in California, the Burning Man Festival and some of the other Coachella festivals, people tend to wear a lot of Indian stuff. When we used to have Grateful Dead concerts, that was purely Indian. Every girl that you ever saw go there had an Indian dress on, and it inspired me, even though I didn't go to those Grateful Dead concerts. Let's see. And this skirt came from Urban Outfitters a long time ago, and I bought it because of the trim. And it, I guess you could say it has a drawstring, and you just slip it on, you know. Okay, all I need to do is lose like 5 pounds, and then I can slip it on. All right, you know, sometimes in the summer, you know, you lose weight in the summer, but then in the fall, you become a shut-in. You don't go out so much because it's cold, and then you eat a little bit more, and then you start putting on weight, and then by summer, you got to drop that weight so you can go to the beach. I know all about it. I know you guys probably know about that. Okay, and I want to show you guys this nice halter top. Okay, mine is a little bit torn, so I will have to get it repaired, but this is what it looks like. It's a long halter top. Okay, and if you're like me, you don't really like to show your navel all the time, then this kind of works. Okay, and and here's another halter top here. This was bought from a different store. Okay, unfortunately this store that was here is out of business. They're gone to, the store owners tend to move where the interest is located. So if they think that they're not going to make any money with the people that they're around, they will do a closeout and they will hightail it right out, and they will go to some other city and make you think they're out of business when they're not. Okay, and here's another halter top. I have 2 of these, or 3, and it has like a funny collar at the top, so you have to tie it both around the upper part of the neck and my waist. Okay, so I've worn it before, and this one, Okay, there's another one. So you guys be on the lookout for stuff like this towards festival time. And festival time is usually between May and August, and then it really heats up around September. So the sellers will be trying to sell stuff like this, and if they're watching my video, they might just go out and say, we should go get that. So by the time the girls show up, we'll have it, you know. So here's another halter top. Okay, just see them close. Has sort of a sunburst sequined type of thing there. And yeah, and it's very nice. It has its own slip. And I also bought that in Venice. Some of the halters were $5 and the skirts were $10. So, but this was in 2011, I think it was. All right, so I think that just might be everything with the, it's not everything that I have, it's just everything that I could fit into a video to show you. Here is also another dress. I bought several of these, and the best part of it, in my opinion, is the back. Okay, and sometimes in the summer you don't want to be all complicated with what you put on, so you put on some Indian jewelry, which I've bought a lot of, and your sandals, and you head out to the beach. Okay, so this video is already pretty long, so I have to thank you guys for watching, sticking out with me, watching it for this long, and stay tuned for any wig reviews I have coming up. I think I will have a wig review towards the end of this month, so for those who are interested in that, please stay tuned for that. I think I will have one. And yeah, hit that notifications button if you haven't done that yet and you are a subscriber. And I want to say hello to any new subscribers I have. If I did not acknowledge you or didn't know that you were there, I'm saying hello to you now. And thank you so much for watching again, and until next time, peace. Be there or be square.